Hey, I'm here. Hello.
I can hear you.
Hi, welcome to Chef Night. And tonight, our host is Steve Ryder.
Hey, it's like every night at the Ryder house. I'm making dinner.
I love it. And the chef is not feeling well tonight. So Chef Dude is on the call with all of us. So say hi,
Hi,
Chef.
everyone. Good evening, everybody.
All right, so we're going to do a little ad lib tonight. We're going to make sure that we go through not only the meal, but I've added a few things just because I can, because the chef's way over in his brand new Fulton home. So he's over there. We're over here. Chef, how you doing? Mise en place. Take a look at everything. That is mise en place is like mice, M-I-S-E-E-N place, P-L-C.
P-L-A-C-E.
P-L-A-C-E.
There you go.
Everything in place. So you
That's
see,
right.
got it all here. And this is my little specialty.
Oh, look at you with the
This from
Bernays.
scratch, but I tell you, this bad boy is going to taste great on the steak. Have you had it many times?
We love it.
She's going to
Family
help
favorite.
make it. Now, one other thing that I'm adding here, because I don't like gin, I'm going to have a little bottle of red wine while I cook. So, gotta make it seem real. And that's what I typically do, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Cook and drink wine. So as we're starting out, there's a couple of things that we want to get everybody doing right off the bat. We've got to preheat our oven to 425. So if you haven't done that yet, definitely turn that on, get that set up. And then get chopping. We're gonna chop our potatoes. They came little small potatoes for everybody, but we cut them in fours. So we want to make sure that they're all, as Chef would say, evenly cut.
So this would be a typical potato. It would look like this, like a Lego, and then boop, 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 it comes into four. Now, if you've got the long potatoes, you want to cut them in half and then turn them over, cut them one more time, and then cut them that way. So if you got a long potato, cut it in half, flip your half over, cut it in four, and then all the way down. And you'll see, like the chef says, you want to have consistency in your sides.
Absolutely. So they cook more evenly.
Correct. Now, we have these that we're going to get started on. Then what we're going to do is come over here, and you'll see we've got a cast iron skillet. We're going to go ahead and sear the steaks and get them ready. We have the oven on, so we're good there. So potatoes first, then we're going to sear the steak. Put the steak in the oven. Make the green beans. These green beans are nice. They're great. Then, Beth, I think
We also have an antique rosé.
Oh, yeah.
cocktail tonight.
That is the winner. Look at all this stuff that goes in it. Now, here's one other thing. I got this from my buddy Ray Sullivan. If you want some really good butter, this Kerrygold, you can get it at a regular grocery store. Very, very good butter. All right, so everything's on. I think we just have to
Start with the
put some
potatoes.
stuff in here, right?
Right.
So this is all set to go?
No.
No?
Let's redirect.
I was just gonna go thump, thump, thump. But my wife, she loves directions.
We need 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Oh, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Could I have some assistance, please? See how good this is? 2 tablespoons. Can I do it like Chef does? 1, 2. Okay.
All right, we need the rosemary.
Rosemary. A whole thing of it? It's everything in here, right? No. You sure?
You guys can do it to taste. It says 1 tablespoon.
Oh.
Wait, sorry, 2 tablespoons. Sorry.
2 tablespoons. Okay, this is how a chef would do it. He would put in 1 tablespoon and then he would put in 2 tablespoons. All right.
And
You
1
can go ahead,
tablespoon
Steve.
next of garlic, minced garlic.
Steve, don't be shy with those herbs. You want to put some herbs in there. Go ahead, put a little more in there.
Okay, don't be shy, baby. Look at that. I'm
There we
not shy. My
go.
wife is shy. Is
Attaboy.
this everything I want in there? Don't be shy.
1 tablespoon of
Your
minced
garlic, you might want to go with the 1 tablespoon of your garlic.
Yeah.
Okay, could you give me a tablespoon, please? I don't need the special one, just
Just a spoon.
a spoon. We improvise around here in the Ryder household. Now, is this a tablespoon?
It's a spoon.
There we go. It's a spoon, she says. All right.
2 teaspoons of thyme.
I got the time. Here it is. 1 and 2. Got it.
All right, we need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter melted.
You mean we didn't do that ahead of
That's the
time?
only thing we didn't do, people.
All right, give me my Kerrygold. This is easy. Now I'm going to show you. Guys, just so you know, I did, before I was a real estate agent, believe it or not, I worked at a restaurant, and it was a restaurant in Scottsdale. So this is a trivia question for you. I was a cook in a restaurant in Scottsdale where all of the waitresses and waiters all had costumes. It was right about Scottsdale Road in McDowell. So in the chat box, what was the name of that restaurant? And I can even hum a little tune to give you.
First, let's see if they get it.
Okay, I won't hum the tune yet. All right, how much do I put in here? 2 tablespoons?
2 tablespoons.
There's 2 tablespoons. Now, why don't we just pop this in the old microwave?
We've got a couple answers coming in. I'll let a couple more.
Oh,
Right.
I like
Answers
it.
right or
They can't hear us, or they can't see us?
They can see us.
not. Yeah, we can hear you.
Now, for the person that gets it correct, I don't know if you know this, but this is my second book. This one is a coloring book. My first one was called Change. This one is called Happiness is Love. And the nice thing about this book is it's designed to have children write a phrase that's a positive statement, practice their penmanship, and then the picture goes very well with the statement. And this was done by a friend of mine, Drew Brophy, who's a famous surf artist. So he did all of the artwork on this. So the person that gets it correct will get a coloring book with some colors.
Wonderful.
Do we have an answer yet, Jennifer? Do we have the correct
I
answer?
don't know. We have two answers. So Miranda said Molly Murphy's.
Eh,
And David said Bobby McGee's.
Me and Bobby McGee, baby. Oh yeah, that's where it was. Bobby McGee. Good job,
So
guys.
put their information in the chat box, we can send out a coloring book
Alright, so now I'm just gonna
and salt and pepper to taste.
go ahead and get this all going, move it around a little bit, then we'll throw a little salt and pepper in here. I go with, okay, we'll do it the way.
That's a lot of salt.
That's a lot of salt, says my wife. I
That's a
tell you,
lot of salt.
nothing like having your lovely wife as your assistant.
Backseat driver.
Yeah, there we go. I'm running out of pepper here, girl. So when you get a minute, when we're doing other things,
Yeah. They're not, you know,
I love having a live audience. Do we have Dennis Webb in the house? Is Dennis Webb on there?
right here.
I sent him some stuff yesterday and he sent us a photo with him in his apron. And I'm telling you, that was a good looking photo. So, all right. So here we go. We're going to spread these out kind of evenly here. Bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, bada, bum. Everybody's got it. And how about Pat McGuire? Is Pat in the house? How's everybody out there? Okay, we're
Mark
logging
Wheeler?
him
Mark, are you joining us?
in. Mark Beeler, are you in the house?
And so we probably need to do 15 minutes.
All right, we're gonna put that on 15 minutes. And you know, right now, as she's doing that, I think I'm going to sample the wine tonight. We're trying a little Austin Hope. And I'll taste a little.
That's a good one, Steve.
How's it taste? Pretty good?
Oh, it's a good one. And I must admit, this is my most favorite meal to make, and I can't even wait to eat it. Oh. Okay, chef, anything I'm doing right, wrong, or indifferent?
No, you're doing good. Potatoes are in the oven.
Potatoes are in the oven.
Potatoes are
We're
in the
on
oven.
15 minutes. And now we're
Oh, I'm not supposed to put this in yet. I'm supposed to get it hot first, then put it in.
That would be correct, but you should be all right if you want to put that into a little container. We want to make
I
sure.
need to kind of re-season just a little bit anyway, so. There we go, get it all seasoned, that's what I'm doing.
That's right.
Now we put it on here,
Get it nice and hot.
nice and hot, then we put it in. You know, even the old dog needs new tricks, so I'm appreciative that the chef is helping me out, because, hey, Beth, how have my dinners been the last couple of months?
I would say, Chef, he's learned a lot. Very good. Excellent.
I
Excellent.
think we got a few in the audience that's learned a lot, who've been joining us month after month.
I think so. And it's a lot of fun. We all really love doing it. So.
How about, have you got your shaker and
Nope,
everything
not
going?
yet.
Not
Let's
yet?
go ahead and get the
Stay focused.
brown butter braised steak going. Let's start with that. So we're heating up our pan.
Heating up our pan, I feel it getting warm. not quite there yet.
Yeah, we've got to get everything together. So we're gonna need our rosemary sprigs, our thyme. We're going to need garlic cloves, unsalted butter, olive oil, salt and pepper. So we're gonna get everything ready.
That'll be for after I sear the steaks and put them in the oven.
I know, but we're getting everything all ready for people that they need to prepare.
All right, guys, so I have 4 steaks. Most of you should probably only have 2. I've had the steaks out for about an hour. They're now at room temperature. So I'm gonna go ahead and salt and pepper the steaks. Right, chef, before I put them in and sear them?
Yep, you want to make sure that they're out in that room temperature and that you have them to ready to go. A little salt, pepper on each side should be good enough.
Okay, yes, my trusty assistant has them at room temperature, so we're good there.
All I have left to do with the potatoes is turn them off.
So salt and pepper. Okay,
Yeah.
Let me get the green meat one. Oh, that's a stick.
we're refilling the pepper shaker.
Make a little bit of a mess. Just put that
I'm
on.
making a little bit of a mess, but you know what? She's got it down. And she's the best looking assistant a guy could ever have, and even a better wife.
I don't know, mine's a good contender.
What was that?
I said mine's a good contender.
Yes,
That's awesome.
she is. All right, we got these all seasoned up. We're gonna flip them over. There we go. And grab a little. All right, guys, we love the fact that you got Bobby McGee's. Speaking of restaurants, Beth and I have been trying some restaurants lately, and we have some new favorites. If you haven't been to Zuzu,
At the-
Z-U-Z-U,
At the Valley Ho.
Valley Ho, great dinner, kind of a Mediterranean style, some really great dishes. They've got a cauliflower. Whoa, I can feel this being nice and hot. And it's just starting to smoke just a little bit, and there it goes. So I think chef would be proud. It's gonna sizzle. Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, I
And
should.
then put the other one in. We're gonna sear 2 at a time.
Can we get a fresh piece?
Get a who to what?
A fresh piece for that, put it back on.
Oh.
No, honey. Thank you very much, sir. Don't need a fresh piece. I appreciate it.
All right, anybody have any questions? Are you guys all caught up? Everybody's hearing their steak now?
Now the steak's gonna take about 2 minutes per side. So I got it nice top heat, and I'm gonna bring that down just a scooch. And we've got 2 minutes. Where's my? Give me 2 minutes. There we go. 6:14. Up 6:15. So we'll go 2 minutes on each side. Put a nice sear on it, and then I'm gonna put them aside. I'm gonna have to go ahead and do 2 sets. So I'll do that, put them both aside. And while I'm doing the second set, we can start your drink. Now, for some of you, if you already started your drink, that's okay too, because me, I started with a little wine. Perfect. And we also have every once in a while, our dog is singing in the background, so disregard him.
He's a little noise maker, that's for
He is.
sure.
So tell me, how's the real estate market there? Beth, I mean, all of a sudden, we have seen a real pickup in the market.
Huge pickup, lots of buyer traffic. Obviously, those of you that are going out to the Waste Management Open, lots of visitors in town.
Eric Jackson was
Just
in
had been.
town.
And so this is one of our busiest weeks of the year. So really, really want to help people get it moving to Arizona because the weather in all
Oh,
of
my
our states is horrible. So everybody's coming in and we're really enjoying it. So please send your friends, your family to us. We'd love to chat with them about buying an investment property, buying a second home in Arizona, or really just moving here.
Yeah, and you know, guys, I'm gonna give you a little bit of information on our wealth building seminar that we're gonna do next month. And I'm gonna just run through some principles. There's some myths out there that people think when you're investing in real estate. And so I'm gonna give you the 5 myths for investing.
Okay,
And we'll run through that, just give you a little teaser. So we'll do that in a few minutes.
that'll be great.
I think right now,
We're
I'm
ready to-
just about ready to flip this over. Now, Jeff would probably say you look on the side here and you see that it starts coming in. There we go, Jeff.
Yes,
So we're gonna flip it over.
goes that.
Okay, not quite as seared as I would have liked. Jeff, when you don't get the proper sear, what do? I mean, obviously, leave it on longer, but in this
Turn that
case,
heat up. If you're not getting that sear you're looking for, turn your heat up. Put some heat on that pan to get that caramelization.
all right, sometimes I get a little afraid on that heat, but I'm gonna turn my heat up and listen to you. And this time I'm gonna make sure I don't get too excited and flip it too soon. So I'm gonna get my mitt. All right, guys. So this is the outline that we'll be using for our wealth building.
Yep.
It is, Gary Keller wrote a book called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent and also The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. And he literally interviewed over 100 investors that are making $1 million a year in passive income. So some pretty heavy hitters, and came up with a very good outline. So here's some myths here, and I'll look over there. I still got time. Everyone thinks that when you're investing is complicated.
I know, because it seems overwhelming to start. So people don't know where to start, but what is it?
It's not complicated. It's only as complicated as you make it. The best investments require knowledge that most people don't have. No. Your best investments will always be in areas that you can or already understand. You can touch and feel real estate. Investing is risky. I'll lose money. Another myth, because investing by definition is not risky.
Right.
Okay, how's it going? And
I
Beth's
know.
getting a little nervous. I'm looking
It's a
over
little
there.
warm over here.
Is it warm? All right. And then the successful investors are able to time the market. No, we bought a house that was 900,000. It dropped all the way to 500. So we obviously didn't time it very well.
And didn't sell them.
But we
kept it.
didn't sell it because we didn't need to. And the tenant kept paying the rent, kept paying the rent, kept paying the rent. So it dropped the mortgage. When we did sell it, we only owed $1,015,000 and we only owed $500,000 because the tenant had been there for 9 years.
Taking the payment.
Last one, all good investments are taken. Nah, every market has their share of good investments.
Yep.
So we'll be going through this kind of stuff during our wealth building. And now, Chef, I'm gonna have, better sear. Okay. All right. I'm seared. Not, is that good enough, Chef? I know when I get to my
These look fantastic.
in
These
it,
are
I'll
ready
put a
to
little
go.
bit better of the sear, but we probably should do 2 minutes at high heat, maybe even 3. What do you think?
Those look really good.
They look good.
All right. So I need a plate, please. Are we gonna do the what?
Gotta sear the edges. I'm locking flavor.
Oh, sear the edges, lock in the flavor. The steak has 4 sides. All right. Now we have Jennifer helping out. We just so appreciate to have all these helpers.
Those things are ready to roll. You're ready to put those off. You don't have to do those ones. You'll be okay. But see that caramelization, that's what you're looking for.
There we go. I'm gonna set these guys aside and move this over just for a second. Let that, just let a little bit of our heat evaporate. And then I'm gonna put in a little bit more oil, Chef, just a dab to sear the next 2. high heat, let it get built up just again. Take a little break, a little Austin hope. I hope it turns out perfect.
That feels pretty good. I don't think they can hear us.
No, I don't think so.
Have a nice clear sound. This time, Beth, if you could put your phone on 3 minutes. 3 minutes on your phone, please. This time, we're gonna make sure we have a good tight sear. 3 minutes on each side. That'll be 6 minutes total. My oven is ready.
It's the steak.
I've got about 3 minutes on my potatoes.
Yeah.
What we're
I
looking-
switched them on early.
That's,
They're really 20, so I'm
Do you need,
Okay.
some
We
of
weren't
the,
sure if we're gonna go 15 to 20
the
minutes.
eggs,
What we're
rosemary,
looking for is fork ready.
and then the butter.
Literally just take the fork.
okay, your garlic's over
Nice
there.
and easy.
Butter is here.
It's not yet. We don't want the potatoes to be al dente. A little bit crispy. However,
This
al
you
dente could be
off.
for green beans.
So where do you want me?
Some people like green beans a
Over here?
little
Yeah.
soft. Some people like them a little crispy. If they're crispy, they're al dente. All right,
That's right.
Jennifer?
Crisp to bite.
He doesn't like that. All right, my steak are smelling great. We'll move this out of the way here.
prepping our antique rosé drink.
All right, Beth, why don't you make the drink and tell us what's going on there?
I can see I'm not a good champagne opener, so I'm gonna let you open that and show me your
I
trick.
will show you the trick. Okay, guys, now here is a secret. Not only did I work at a restaurant, Bobby McGee's, but then eventually I became a waiter at a very nice fine dining restaurant. At a fine dining restaurant, you cannot open champagne and have it spray everywhere. So there's a technique. First of all, you take and hold the top and unscrew it. And if you'll notice, I put it on my stomach and I got it at a 45-degree angle, holding at the top, because sometimes as soon as you release the pressure or release the wire, boom, it can pop off. Now what you do is you use the wire, and just turn the bottle at a 45-degree angle and watch this. Voila! The champagne didn't go after it, didn't go on anybody. Now, if you're partying and it's a celebration, shake it, pop it, and lose about half the bottle. All right,
All
Beth.
right, I'm gonna put a little bit of water on the rim. We're gonna do a little bit of that sugar rim. Feel like it fits in there.
All right, so this time we put a little bit more of the sear on it. As you can see, the difference between 2 minutes and 3 minutes gives it just a little bit of a deeper sear.
For us, it's like about tablespoon of each, I don't know.
Yeah. Says,
All right.
So I'm just putting a little bit of wet dampen
Oh,
on my
I
rim,
took off.
so I can do a sugar rim.
I mean, it's easier. to-
yeah, it's fine.
I don't like too much sugar on mine, so I went a little lighter on the sugar, but that's really adds some flavor.
There we go. Thank
A
you.
little on the loud side, thank you. All right, so then we're gonna put in here, not that mixture, but we're gonna try this out. We're gonna put in gin and a squeeze of French
So
lime,
squeeze.
so 1.5. That means like 1.5.
Called a
grams,
jigger.
a jigger.
Now, this goes on at the end, and it's just wait until everything's in, mix it, and then this will go on the top. So don't put it all in there and then shake it, because this has a lot of carbonation. So you shake that and it'll go whoa everywhere.
I think I did 1 and 2, so I'm only gonna do half of that. Okay, got that. And then we are going to do a squeeze a fresh lime. We already chopped our lime in advance.
A little bit more on the lime. I think you needed a couple of extra limes in there.
One wedge. And then we're gonna put in a splash of this grapefruit. This is our Fever Tree pink grapefruit. And it says we're gonna do 1 to 2 ounces, so we're gonna do one of these.
That's 1 ounce.
And I did about a little bit less than the other.
You're probably the prettiest bartender I've ever seen. Of course, I'm
Alright,
partial
so
to my
second
wife.
goes down the right, so this is, okay, we're just gonna shake it up.
Shake it. Shake it, don't break it, Missy.
Now we already put ice in our glass. So we're gonna go ahead and add ice to this glass.
And as you can see, I've got a nice sear going on here. We're at about 2 minutes. We're gonna give it 1 more minute, and then I'll have my steak that I'll move to the oven.
We're gonna go about halfway or a little bit more. Love the color. Oh, we ran a little short for 2. So we'll make 1. And then the champagne goes on the top.
All right, that is my time to.
Well, it looks delicious. Now, typically, if the chef was here, we would also have rose petals, but we do not have them today because he brings the extra things. So we're gonna mix this, stir it, and then we're all gonna taste it. Now, who's tried this already? Oh, all right. So before I taste it, what do you guys think?
Lots of drinks, delicious, it's beautiful.
Oh, very delicious, really refreshing, great summer drink. Definitely very refreshing. Well, enjoy everybody and cheers.
Cheers.
All right, here we
Okay,
go. We're
We
continuing
got
on.
our steak perfect.
Okay,
So now you want to check just
Yes,
check our
we-
potatoes with a
absolutely.
fork. We're gonna see if they're fork
we don't want to
ready.
mix them around with this. We want to make it even.
Yeah, but you just want to check it with a fork.
Okay.
Stick a fork in them, and we'll see if they're fork ready.
We're gonna need, take a look at that. We're gonna want to make sure they're evenly cooked. I want to make sure they're not all stuck to the bottoms. Kind of spread them around a little bit. Boy, they smell delicious. How do yours smell at home? This is one of our son's favorite things. And if you take this recipe and you throw veggies in with it, kids love it. They'll eat all their vegetables up and you can cook it all together. So you can kind of have one pan with the vegetables, the potatoes, really, really all taste good together. So just kind of mixing this around. All right, now let's see. Steve says put a fork in it. Still a little, it goes in, but they're a little firmer than I would probably want. And we still have a little bit more time anyway, but everything looks a little mixed around, kind of blending it up so it cooks more evenly. All right, we're gonna put ours in for another 5 minutes.
I don't know if I can get them all in here. Jeff, what would you suggest? I can't get them all in.
What's the name of the chef? Do we know?
Yeah, some guy,
Yeah, I know some guy.
yeah. Why we can't hear, why they can't hear us.
Me neither. Unless you have your microphone on.
No. I think it's just, they're a separate microphone?
So they don't have to be
No, it would be just turning up your.
Fairly flat.
flat because
Right.
okay, you're just putting them in.
So we move this out.
Nope.
Okay, so top and bottom, we've got both in there. You got it?
4 to 6 minutes.
All right, we're on 4 right now. We've set our timer to 4 minutes, so we can launch that, go down. All right, next, we're gonna do,
The green beans, guys. This should take
Okay.
about 8 to 10 minutes. Now, don't forget, once we pull the steak out, we're gonna let it rest. And as it's resting, then we'll make the brown butter. So now is a good time to go ahead and again, this time, I won't forget because I only forget once. Once you tell yourself, don't do that again, you're not gonna do it again. So what am I doing? Heating the pan first. Then I put the oil.
I'm gonna scoot out of your way here. I'm gonna go on the other side.
Now Beth is making the béarnaise. And the béarnaise is very simple. With the béarnaise, what it is, it's a Noor béarnaise. And béarnaise is a combination of hollandaise with a little tarragon reduction. So that tarragon gives it a very nice flavor. And the beautiful thing about this is you really use a little bit of milk, a little bit of butter, pour this in, whisk it, let it come to a nice cream sauce, and oh, mwah, it's béarnaise like you get at the fine dining restaurants. So this little package for $1.99 can turn your steak dinner into an amazing dinner. Now, we're using the brown butter sauce, so this is more butter. That's like double butter. That's like a win-win.
It is, so it's 1 cup of milk, butter, and the package. That's it. Turns out perfect every time.
So if you don't want to do the butter sauce, you maybe want to add something a little different, then we could do that.
So you really just combine it. You bring it to a low boil while you're continuing to whisk it. And then you can let it sit. The nice thing about this particular sauce is you can make it and then it can sit and wait until your food's ready. Just gonna whisk this. Let the butter melt. You want to always be careful, have it a little bit lower heat. And this is just an option. We always like to show options of things you can do if you like something a little bit different. Lots of ways to make steak and lots of different sauces as well.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in some shallots and garlic. This is gonna be for the. There's my shallot. All right, so I got my garlic and my shallots in here. Turn this down just a scooch. Don't want to burn the garlic. Gotta be a little careful there. I'm gonna keep my garlic over here just a little bit on the outside. And this should only heat up for about 2 minutes. Nice little roast on it. And let's go ahead and put in our green beans. Perfect.
Okay, that was our 5 minutes. We're gonna check on this. Wow, it's looking great in there. Just stirring it around just a little bit, make sure everything is getting evenly cooked. All right, let's try that fork. See if they slide right in. Oh, that's much better. That's looking pretty good. You don't want them too soft. So you want to make sure they're, easy to bite into them, but they have that little bit of kind of crisp and crunch on the outside. So those look pretty good.
Don't leave it up too long.
I think I'm gonna, yep, all right, I'll leave that there and I'll get it in 1 minute. We're ready to go, almost on that. And then your time is up though. Your 4 minutes is up. You told me 4 minutes.
I did 6 to 8 minutes.
Okay, so now I need to do 2 more?
2 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so here's my green beans. And because I need to bring these up in a short amount of time, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a cover here. All right, so what this will do is allow me to bring the green beans up to a desired temperature. Just turn down my heat just a little bit for the béarnaise. Come over here and take a look. And as you can see, it's starting to come to a nice creaminess. It's not quite there yet, but it will be in just a minute. And then the nice thing about béarnaise, once you get it going and it's ready, then you can just put it aside, let it come down to room temperature. It's not really supposed to be a hot sauce. So, and if you've ever made béarnaise from scratch, chef, you can attest to this. You've got to throw in warm butter, an egg, and be able to whisk it exactly perfectly so it doesn't separate. And let me tell you, that's easier said than done, right, chef? All right, come take a look at this and you'll see now the consistency is starting to have a nice creamy finish. I'll turn down the heat just a scooch. And then once we get this going, we're ready to go and we'll just put it aside. All right, Beth, so what do we got? We've got the potatoes that are almost ready.
We need I will finish this. You've got your brown butter sauce.
All right, so
We're gonna
let's
scoop this up. Will, why don't we move this one to the
what
back?
are you doing? Hold on. What do you want to move?
I just thought maybe we move that to the back, or you take this bigger one for your brown butter sauce.
You can just move that over there and I'll put it over here. And this will stay there. So that's all done.
Oh, is it done?
It's
No
done,
problem.
and you can just move it off to the side.
Gotcha.
And then I've got to make the butter sauce. There's my 2 minutes. Okay, guys, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring the steaks out, put my pan here, take the steaks and put them where they can rest a little bit. And then I'm gonna do the butter sauce and then put the butter sauce and put the steaks back in the butter sauce. Almost there. Oh, everything is smelling so good. Oh, I'm hungry. Let's go get the steak.
I was gonna take these.
Yes, just hold on.
I'll get out of the way.
Look at this, guys. Ho, 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 ho. All right, guys, so I'm gonna put these over here and let them rest just a minute. I can tell you. So, Chef,
Chef's not on.
Chef's not on.
He'll try to get back on.
I think he left for a minute because he was having a sinus issue, but you feel right here to your skin. So right here would be medium. Over here would be more medium rare, and right there would be rare. So see how it goes in? Very soft, that's rare. Here, medium rare, over here, medium. So when I go like this, I'm feeling the steak, so I know they're both right now about medium rare. So they'll keep coming up a little bit in temperature, so I'm really good right now. if you can just put a little foil over them, we're just gonna drape a little foil. And then these are gonna. Whoa, I got some flippers going here. Chef never shows us this trick, but you know what? We might as well. Look at that. I kept them all in. Did you get those? Every single one stayed in. Let me taste. Al dente. But coming around quick.
So we don't want to seal, when you cover your steak, you don't seal it completely. You just cover it. You can leave some ends open so that it can rest.
Okay, I have a little extra oil in here. So I'm gonna dab just a little bit of my oil out. There we go, so it stays seasoned. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it over and do the butter. All right. So what we're gonna do is take the Kerrygold butter, put in the butter. We're gonna add a little rosemary, a little garlic. Now, the butter, guys, here's the secret to the butter. If it gets too hot, as it gets hot, it starts to brown. If it's a really high heat, it'll brown very, very quickly. If it's a lower heat, it'll take a while. And a while only means like 3 minutes or 4 minutes versus 2 minutes. So what I did is I've got my pan ready to go. I turned off the heat. Now I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to make sure that I get, I need a knife, please. I'm going to bring my Kerry butter up. I'm going to add in the garlic cloves. I'm going to add in a little thyme. The secret. Once I get my butter sauce going. Now I'm using quite a bit of butter because I've got 4 steaks. I would use about half of this if I only had 2 steaks. But since I've got 4, I'm gonna go ahead and get my butter going. Don't want it to brown up too quickly, so I'm kind of moving it around a little bit. Now, before it gets too hot, I'm gonna add in
The time.
the thyme. And then again, as you see it starting to come up in temperature, if it's too hot right away, it'll splatter a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm taking just a little bit of my rosemary here. You can hear it start to pop just a little bit. All right, so now I've got a little bit of brown butter, as you can see, just on the side, starting to brown up a little bit.
Looking good. It smells great. How's everybody keeping up? Are you guys all at the same pace as we are today? Remember, this is kind of our first time doing it without Chef, but want to know how you guys are doing. Is anyone done? Anyone have a completed dish?
All right, guys, now what I'm gonna do, because I have 4 steaks, I'm gonna need to take each steak. Beth, if you could get me a couple of more plates, we're gonna plate this once we get it going.
Yep, I will get plates.
So what I'm gonna do, guys, I've got my brown butter here. As you can see, it's starting to turn a little bit of a brown color. I've got my cloves of garlic. I've got everything else in here. Looks like I can add just a little bit more butter. And once I get this butter down to the right temperature, we'll go ahead and throw in probably 1 steak at a time. Just pull these the other way. They come out really nice and easy. All right, bring my butter up just a little bit more in temperature. And as I now bring it up, I can see that I've got the nice brown color. And first steak in. Now, when you put the steak in, you put it right here at the bottom. Then, if I get a spoon, big spoon, please. Take a big spoon. And then what you want to do is you want to take your brown butter sauce and put your butter sauce on each one.
And then different plate, please. Push this up. All right, so what I'm doing, guys, is just getting this nice brown butter sauce on it.
Oh,
Wait.
that looks amazing.
Okay, guys, boy, I tell you, I wish you could smell this through FaceTime. With all this, what's that? They can. All right. Always like to put a couple of my garlic cloves up here on top, like this. Then take my butter and put it over the cloves. There we go. Then you move them off. And place the next one.
We got it. We are going for all of them at one time.
How are my potatoes? Are
They're
they
ready. Everything's ready.
Could you check my green beans, please?
Sure.
All right, guys, looks like I've got plenty of butter to make it through all 4 of my steaks.
Well, I lost a green bean.
Uh-oh, green beans.
Hey.
Got a green bean with loose, guys.
You wanna taste this red wine? What do you think?
Yeah.
We're good. We'll go. Hold on.
Well, all done, all good, All right, guys, I'm bringing up this
We'll
last
just put those
one.
on last.
Yeah, we'll bring those out last. Now, typically I do a little bit of a little different type of plating, but because I've got the steak, I've got to plate each one. I don't have my potatoes on here.
The potatoes are right here. Ready to go.
Okay, guys. We're gonna do, I'm gonna put these potatoes right here on the side. I will move them in just a minute. So just put them right like that for the first second. And then what we're gonna do, you give me the tongs, please.
So you ready to dish up?
Oh, yeah. I can play it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna put this on just a little bit there. That's okay, we're good. We've got the beans. Spoon, please.
Really impressed with the flavors here. It's really good.
That's right.
Okay, guys, so now what we've got is a little béarnaise drizzled on top. And not quite as beautiful as the chef, but there you go. We are ready with a little New York strip with a butter sauce, brown butter sauce. Oh wait, did everyone see that I made a mistake and forgot to put in the red wine and the balsamic?
Honey.
You had it right here, over here, it was on the side. I'm saying that might have been a party foul. We missed something. We missed 2 ingredients.
So sometimes even the best chefs make a mistake. But here's the deal, guys. At the end of the day, cooking is fun. And you always want to have fun with it and never beat yourself up forgetting about this or forgetting about that. Make it, try it, and next time you can add a little this or a little that, something that you think might spice it up, like balsamic and red wine.
Which
So-
is perfect.
So
But you know
hey,
what? We want to thank you all for joining tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for being part of our Thursday night. We love it, and we really enjoy seeing all of you. And really think about us when you are thinking about buying or selling or just want a property valuation. We'd love to work with you. Most of you we already have. So thank you again for our partnership, and really enjoy your dinner. And we will see you next month.
thanks,
Oh, wait,
guys.
next month.
Wait, next month. Wait,
nope.
is this it?
St. Patrick's Day, we have Guinness mushroom glazed chicken, Irish smash, red potatoes, and luck of the Irish.
Oh.
The date is still TBD. We are still working on chef to make sure we're all available at the same exact time of day, but we will send that out shortly, and we look forward to seeing all of you. Good night, everyone.
Send us your photos. We'd love to see them, guys. Always love to see the photos. Take a picture of your stuff. And if you've got one of these beautiful aprons, don't forget to make sure you've got an apron sent to us.
Absolutely.
All right,
want
we'll
a
put you in our
photo.
newsletter. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. God bless you.